What's up guys, welcome to the second video in the circadian rhythm series. So in this video we're going to talk about why setting your circadian rhythm and aligning it is important. So in the first video we spoke about, what is a circadian rhythm, and I gave you some basic examples. But in this one I want to speak about, why it's important, what are the benefits for you if you can align your circadian rhythm properly. So the most obvious one is going to be to do with your sleep-wake cycle. Obviously, if you're feeling tired during the day or if you find that you can't sleep at night, it means that your circadian rhythm is out of sync. And primarily what will be happening is your sleep hormone melatonin. You might be releasing a bit of that during the daytime because you're not getting enough bright light exposure. Or at nighttime, you might be having higher levels of cortisol. That's very common, and that's preventing you from getting into sleep or from really getting into the deeper phases of sleep, which are really important for so many, vital processes such as cleaning out metabolites in your brain. That is meant to happen at night, and if you don't get into the deeper phases of sleep, that's why the next morning you'll wake up and you'll feel groggy because your brain hasn't really had a chance to replenish its stores and get you, ready and going for the next day. Now that's the most obvious one, but what you need to realize is the human body it's magnificent. Basically every single process that falls under a 24-hour rhythm, it will make sure that the most important ones aren't happening at the same time. So instead of trying to do muscle recovery and to deal with inflammation and to do digestion, instead of trying to do all of those things at the same time, it delegates a certain time of day where that is the best time to do it. So that's why, you might find in the afternoon, you have much higher levels of muscle strength, and that's because at that time of day your body is primed for movement. Earlier in the day, in the morning, you might find that you're more alert and awake, and that's because at that time of day, there's certain processes that are happening within your brain, high levels of cortisol, which are going to make you feel more awake and alert. Now, if you want to think of an example of how this all works, if you can think of a set of traffic lights, and you can imagine, when one lane has a green light, then that lane flows freely, and then this lane would be waiting. And then as soon as that one goes red, and then it goes green for this lane, then you have, a really nice organized system where cars are going through each of their lanes. There's no accidents happening while that is, a proper ordered system. When your circadian rhythm is out, if you're not setting it properly, primarily between your master clock and your peripheral clocks, then what you find is that maybe your body is trying to recover muscles and also to do digestion at the same time. Or you're trying to digest food in the middle of the night when you should be doing other really important processes. So by having this whole system lined up, it means that every single aspect that's meant to happen on this 24-hour cycle is going to be done in the most efficient way. Now, a lot of people will know that if you're stressed out, then your digestion isn't really good. And that's primarily to do with cortisol. So if you are, releasing tons of cortisol at the wrong times of day, and you're also trying to digest food at that time of day, that's another example with why you might struggle with digestion, or why you might feel lethargic. It's because your body's trying to digest when you actually want to be doing, doing some work or something that's going to require you to basically be in a different state. So the more that you can, line up your circadian rhythm, it's going to help you to make sure that all these processes happen in the most efficient manner, but it also means that you have a predictable pattern for your day. So if you look at a circadian rhythm chart, you can actually go and look and find out, what is the best time of day for me to do a bit of work? When am I going to be the most alert? What time of day am I going to have the best coordination? What time of day am I going to have the most strength? So you can start planning your work, your exercise programs around a healthy circadian rhythm if you have it lined up. If you don't, you have no idea what time of day you're going to feel good. You're literally going to go through your days not knowing, how you're going to feel the next hour or this afternoon. But if you align your circadian rhythm, then it's become a very predictable pattern that you can go through and you can optimize your day around this. Just a reminder, if you haven't already done so and you want to get access to all 3 videos, so tomorrow's video is going to be the one on how you can align your circadian rhythm. What are the best ways to do that? That's only going to come up tomorrow, but if you want to get early access to that, then drop a comment in the section below with a clock, and I'll make sure that we send you a direct message with a link to all 3 videos. If you have any questions from today's video, then also drop them in the comment section below. Other than that, I hope that you have a fantastic day further, and we will chat again soon. Cheers.